parts for it anymore. On the catastrophic failure that we had on on March the 14th, Denny is also our EMA director. She was actually working dispatch that day when we had experienced a catastrophic failure. We were without main radio communications for over 5 hours. When it failed, Salem Police Department, they were on a call. We couldn't communicate with them. They couldn't communicate with us. Our own officers in the field, we couldn't communicate with them. They couldn't communicate to us. We were having to transmit emergency transmissions over a handheld radio, right? And the officers will tell you when you get down into the bottoms of the county and everything, using the handhelds is very difficult to understand and pick up radios. But that's what we were having to do. So I notified ECS. They came in to try to do a patch job real quick to try to get us back up and running. The equipment that they brought would not interface with the current equipment that we have because of the date or the age of our equipment. So they had to work their magic to try to get those two to interface with each other. And as they did, they were kind of looking at it sideways and they said, we can't guarantee how long this is going to last you. It became evident again in April when we had the tornadoes and we lost radio communication. I began looking for grants, and with the help of Denny here, we began looking for grants to try to get our radio system replaced. Because of the election, all the grants were closed at the time and we weren't able to find anything. So I started looking for money somewhere, and it was actually brought to my attention that there's actually a possibility that we can actually use the county, the LIT dedicated to PSAP, to the 1235 fund, to purchase new radio equipment for our PSAP, for our public safety answering point. It's vital that we have this because we have our first responders. You don't know what they're going to go on. You know, that could go on a domestic call and it could turn south really quickly. And we have to be able to communicate with them, also with EMS and fire. I'm scared to death because if we experience another catastrophic radio failure, luckily, knock on wood, nothing major happened, but if due to the failure of our radio equipment, it could result in a delayed response, resulting in serious injury or death to the citizens of this county. We need a new radio system.
What's the availability of it?
Pardon me?
What's the availability?
They have this on hand. I have the quote that they sent me. They can get this done pretty quick because all the stuff is on hand. We just have to get this approved, and then they'll come and they'll install.
Any questions?
So me.
Todd? Sounds like you inherited a problem here. So how old is this equipment again?
No one could actually give me an actual date, but they mentioned somewhere in between Roger Lyles and Claude Combs. All right, so that dates this to 20 plus years. The shelf life, the life expectancy for radio equipment is about 10 years, so we're 2.5 times that.
Guess it doesn't matter how old it is. If it's failing, then it's a problem.
Yes, sir.
So I need a motion to go ahead and get it.
I make that motion.
Tony made a motion. Have a second? I'll second it with the understanding. You said you were going to try to pursue a grant. Is that right?
The grants were closed at the time.
Okay.
All right, but here's the issue with that, sir. With grants take time, and we're not talking weeks. We're talking months. And personally, sir, I'm afraid to roll the dice on that.
We've had a catastrophic failure twice.
Yeah.
Within a month's time, and we're on borrowed time right now.
Yeah, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pardon me, sir? Absolutely. I think I got one. I gotta have one. Did you make a copy of it and then?
Heidi?
Nope, I do have it. Very nice. Right here and then right there.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm back again. We're talking about the update on the local food ordinance from Last session, I guess. So, the ordinance is an update from what we currently have between the food and the bed and breakfast ordinances. We're combining those two. And plus an update, we're also talking about the change on the permits and everything along those lines. Do you have any questions of what we were doing before?
No changes been made to the ordinance.
No changes since we were talked last.
Anybody got any questions?
No.
Then I need a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the new ordinance.
Second.
Todd made a motion, Tony second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You gonna talk anything about community?
Yeah, just real briefly here. We have entered into an agreement on one of the landowners to the north of our communications tower out in Franklin Township. And long story short is there were, well, just kind of like the radio situation, years and years of neglect. Nobody addressed the problem with the trees. Big trees, some of them 1.5 feet around, could have easily fallen on the guide wires of our communications tower, which affects everything: EMS, emergency, sheriff's department, fire, everything, and even Scott County leases the use of the tower also, so very important. So we have a lease agreement for a property owner that we need to sign and pass, and I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Todd's made a motion, Tony second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried. Opioid. Myra? How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
I am here today representing the Justice Reinvestment Advisory Council. At our meeting in April, we approved an application from the opioid settlement funds for funding for the Washington County CAST program. They're requesting $50,000 in unrestricted funds. The application, if I know a copy was sent out, had an original projected end date of May 31st of 2026. We confirmed that that was incorrect. The date should have been May the 31st of 2026. And so with that change, we are presenting that application to the Commissioner Board for approval.
So I need a motion to, give me them dates again.
Sure. The ending date should be May 31st, 2026, not 3026.
Make that motion.
Second.
Tony's made a motion, Todd second. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye. Thank you, Myra.
Okay, thank you.
Planning Commission,
No, you skipped one.
where'd I skip?
Peekaboo.
I'm sorry, Peterborough. Didn't see you. Sherry? Said don't wear camouflage on me.
Secret but dangerous. I need people for my Peterborough board. I presented 2 names in an email. One is Evan Goodman out of Crawford County. He has a level 2. He has emailed me his certificates. I know of him just from going to conferences. Young man, very energetic, but he does know his stuff. There is, and then Larry Perley, is another. He served on the board several years ago.
Right.
And he did, we had a lengthy talk, and I think that he is very interested. I did have a very short conversation with Linda Cavici from Jennings County. Now, she is a level 3 person, but the DLGF did away with that requirement
Right.
here a while back. She and I are going to talk again this afternoon, but that is a giant maybe. Her mother has some health issues, which is why she didn't want to do it before. But as you know, Jason has become the commissioner of the DLGF. So those, I'm going to throw those 3 names out.
Okay.
But I need a Peterbilt board as soon as possible.
So you're going to interview one of them again today,
Yes.
and then,
My choices are any of those 3, and I need 2.
so you're okay with any of the 3 right now?
Yes. I need you all to be good with any of the 3.
I don't have a problem, and you
Okay.
know what you have to fill,
Yes.
and you know you're going to have to work with that person.
Oh, yes.
So
And I would
at
be
that
comfortable
point-
working with any of those.
I mean, you got one in Crawford and one in Salem and one in Jennings.
Yes.
Well,
How soon do you need this then?
I would have liked to have had it done before May 1st, but trying to get, yes, we could not get it done. However, thankfully, we had taken care of the land order in our Peterboa hearing in December.
has,
So that covers us for the next 3 years at least.
has all 3 submitted their applications?
Linda has not, and Larry has not.
Okay.
It was verbal with both of them.
We need all 3 of them to
Okay.
submit an application.
Do we need an application from Lori, Todd?
Lori. Is this
Still strapped.
a new member? How many empty slots do you have?
Well, we have to have a 3-member board at minimum.
How many do you need today?
Well, 2.
Okay. I make a motion that,
I think you will need to look into residency and political.
well, we could just ask her. How about we ask her? What about residency? Do they have
It
to
doesn't
be-
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So,
The statute right now, but we probably need to table the statute.
I'm okay with giving her permission as long as she checks out with HR.
okay. As long as we're legal.
It's on you had told me that you had voted on Lori when I had submitted another person's name.
Did you not appoint Lori Gilstrap?
You did.
I mean, have you put her to work?
No, not
We-
yet.
We appointed her. Okay. So, these 2 today, I guess we'll table this till we look into some,
Statutory requirements for their eligibility.
yeah, some statutory requirements for the eligibility. Not sure about out of county, so. 20th. Sounds like the 20th will make it,
You said they took level 3 off the table now? That was,
Yes.
what, 2 years ago?
Yes.
And so you got a level 1 and a level 2, and both those are level 2?
Larry is not. But Judy was not either.
Did it not get us in some trouble one time?
No.
There's gotta be certain residents and certain.
yeah, we better table this, so.
So can you wait 2 weeks,
Sure.
next meeting?
Okay. Okay,
Is that okay?
yes,
Thank you, Sherry.
thank you.
Yeah.
Green energy moratorium discussion.
Skip to one.
Plan Commission. Peter Boyer. Plan Commission. What's the Plan Commission?
That's that resolution that I presented like 4 weeks ago. We either vote it down or whatever, or vote for it, however, whoever wants to do. Motion was on the floor, what, 4 meetings ago?
Did you look at it, April?
Same.
It's the same one. I've read it, presented it.
There needs to be a motion, and then you can move forward. There can be discussion after you have a motion.
It's this one, Phil, the resolution to vacate the
I got it.
zoning board and reappoint him.
Todd, do you have any comments?
Yeah, we have a full board right now, and we have a legal full board. And if you want to challenge it in court, Lucy, then better get an attorney, because we have legal backup on this. And quite frankly, it's the most ridiculous accusation I've ever heard in my life. I'm not voting in favor of this.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept the resolution.
So Tony's made a motion. You're rejecting it?
No, I'm not going to second that.
I said you rejected it.
Yes, I'm rejecting
Is
it.
there a second?
It's already been done. Tony, explain to me what we're doing here.
This was back when we figured out that the zoning board had not took the oath of office.
But they have.
Since then, they have. This resolution has got tabled for, I think, 3 meetings. This makes the 4th one. So, I mean, we just need to do something with it one way or another. Either let it die totally, quit tabling it, get it behind us and move on, or pass it and reappoint the zoning board, have them take the oath of office, which that would clarify and make it, there would be no argument at that point.
There is no argument, because everyone on the board has taken the oath of office, including myself.
After the 30 days was up, but that's a matter of opinion, so.
No, it's a matter of law, and we can prove it. Tired of hearing about it.
That being said, it's over with. Okay?
Died out.
Todd? Community crossings paving bid.
Skip to one again.
Moratorium?
Yep.
I've been wanting to get to that 3 times. You can stop me. You ever have this trouble, Becky? Okay, green energy moratorium discussion. Todd? Is that your moratorium?
You have reviewed this.
For legal form, yes.
Do you have any problem with it?
That's
The way it's written?
No.
Yeah, oh yeah, I drew it up.
You okay with it?
I'm okay with it. I make a motion to accept the resolution for moratorium on commercial green energy system. I'd be more than happy to read it if you want, or we can, don't have to, it's up to you guys.
Be a second before we can move on.
Yeah, as long as the understanding is that we have a set of rules in place within that 2 years, then we can move forward. Those people who are landowners who have signed up, the object is to not turn the whole county into a solar farm, but to try to limit it and have some rules in place to protect people. Based on that, I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Crossing. Community Crossings paving contract.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
There's a copy of the bid tabulation sheets. At the last commissioners meeting, we had a bid opening for our community crossings paving project. After reviewing the bids, I recommend awarding low bidder CNR Construction our 2025-1 community crossings in the amount of $1,899,757.
I make the motion to award the bid to CNR Construction.
I'd like to comment, have a little discussion first. $1.8 million contract, basically, with a difference of about $77,000. I'm not familiar with CNR contracting, never met them, never talked to them. For all I know, they're good people. I appreciate them submitting a bid, but I think this gathering today says a lot. Community crossings bid. It's kind of ironic, community. And I'll just say this, I cannot lay my head on my pillow, sleep, peaceful sleep, and dream sweet dreams tonight.
I believe that.
Pardon me?
I believe that.
Okay. Yeah. And vote for the lowest bid, because I honestly don't believe it's the lowest bid if you look at all of the positive things, and I think it would have a negative impact on our community, and I won't be the one seconding the motion if there is a second. Thank you.
Mr. Crozier, would you like to come forward so Mr. Ewan can meet you so he can't say he's never met you?
That's not, no. That's
No.
not part of it.
Both gentlemen have a point. But when you look out in the crowd, something we know. And I think the impact would be felt pretty harsh in this county, when we're fighting for jobs and jobs and jobs. There's a guy I haven't seen in a long time. But at the same token, they have to feed their families, pay their taxes. Probably most of them buy here. We all know Ken. Dad, Mom. Go back a long ways. I've always believed in the bidding process, but at the same time, I feel like I'd be doing an injustice to our own people. I can't take a low bid. So I guess I'm gonna get sued, I'm gonna get sued.
So what's the use of bidding projects then?
I have to agree with you.
Yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't.
it's been bid.
Maybe we should. But to be honest.
I mean, this is what the county's come to here, that more or less is what I hear, gangster government all the time. This is exactly what the people of the county's talking about. Nothing against you, Ken, I like you as a person and all that, but, you know, when I was a contractor and everything, that's the way you done it. The low bid got the job, responsible bidder. They're both responsible.
Maybe we'd never seen all this many people before faces.
Well, I mean, that was a set up thing here or whatnot, so. Really? I ain't got nothing against nobody, so. No, I don't, so.
Let me just say, honestly, in my opinion, I'm speaking for myself, not for anybody else, but had the difference in the bid been, $150,000, $200,000, then honestly, it'd been different for me, but,
It's 79
So,
something,
anyway.
78. $78.96.
make a motion for that. Yeah. I make a motion that we award the bid to Temple and Temple.
I have to second that.
Aye. Aye. Opposed?
Yay.
Okay. Temple and Temple. Paul Eichert here.
I got nothing.
April. Kyra. Ken. When your men leave town, don't tear up. Get that guy behind you there. Get that guy behind you.
We're in the middle of a meeting, Phil. Phil, we're in the middle of a meeting.
Say again?
When your men leave town, don't tear up nothing.
Oh, we won't.
You do, you're fixing it. Where's Paul? I didn't even see you, Paul. I'm sorry.
It's turning into a freaking circus.
You got the floor.
Okay. Give you a quick update since the last commissioners meeting. Had roughly 6-7 inches of rain since that time. Our site work's been mainly erosion control and fixing that on our site work. We have purchased the water meter from Ronnie Floyd at the city. If he don't have one, we've got one in our shop, but I want them to supply it. So we're going to start running the water line here probably later this week, and the gas line later this week. And where we're accessing the site is along the dam there, along the, I'm going to call it the Duke easement. So I'm going to tear that up here to get my water line and gas line in, and then I'll repair it and get Duke happy on their end. One question I do have for you on kind of the utilities and the gas line. Midwest Gas did ask, do you want 3 metering locations or 1 meter that will feed all 3 buildings? Because they're going to run a 2-inch into the site.
It's not gonna be a 4-pound system, is it?
I will have to ask. I do not know that answer.
It's not, I'd say 3 meters.
3 meter, okay, I'll ask it and then.
If anything's added down the road, we'll have a different place to go to and don't have to go back to one, shut everything down.
Okay. And do they need to be 4-pound or more for 1, Phil? Or, okay,
We
okay.
get by with 2.
I'll give Mr. Schaefer a call and I'll let you know what he says on the,
I know the jail's a 4-pound, but I don't see the load on this one that the jail's got,
okay.
so we'll be okay on that.
I will get with Terry Schaefer and let you all know what they recommend on that. Out there at the office, we did get the installation in. The drywall is in stock there at the building. They were talking about starting drywall this afternoon over there. We will get back on the framing of the front porch patio and everything, get that kind of knocked out later this week. And then I'll have Graber come in and do the metal roof and try to get that all buttoned up. We did talk to the mason and the masonry supplier. Masonry supplier says that about 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and with the holiday in the middle there, I'm going to say probably more like 3 weeks. I did talk to the mason though about getting me on the schedule for 3 weeks from now. So as it comes in, I will just keep in contact with him for masonry on the office. Only other thing, I think Nick Parks with the plumbing, I think he's got all the plumbing above the wall and I think even through the roof for his vents. So that allowed the drywall to start. Okay. Truck lean-to, I think Advantage Electric, I want to say they're 95% done. They still got to mount the panels, which they did get from, I think they got late last week from Duke Energy. They went and picked them up. So they still got to mount them panels on the back of the truck lean-to, but I think they got all their, I won't say the infrastructure, the lighting conduits, all that put in for the truck lean-to.
So did you think about pouring the pads for the generators?
I have. We've got crews there right now doing the mixed salt building and the salt building foundations. I will just work that in with that same crew because there's still, 800 yards of concrete left to pour out there.
Then on the electric?
Yes. As soon as I get the gas and the water rough through I'm gonna call it the little dam there on the south side, I will give Joey a call and tell him everything's ready to go. Because I do need to get that in and get that stone, get that past that easement area. So let me get the water and gas in there, and then I'll get Duke there. But Joey, I talked to Joey last week and just kind of gave him an update. When Joey's with Duke Energy. Let me see here. On the mechanics garage, the engineer did answer all the questions that were required about the fire issues, the firewall fire issues and everything. They did approve everything, but they had one other clarification that they asked for on Thursday, and he did submit that back to him, which should be a quick turnaround for the coming out of the ground on the mechanics garage. On the septic system, they did come back with 6 or 8 comments, and he did answer them also, which should be another quick turnaround, and then we'll get that basically installed here as soon as it dries up a little bit. So that's kind of the highlights of the last couple of weeks.
Well, Looks like weather's gonna break finally,
I think so.
so go from there, I guess.
Yeah, and with all the concrete trucks coming in, we do have to run the conduits over for the fiber optic. We got to run the gas conduits and everything, and having them loose trenches full of rain is not great for concrete trucks running over them. So did want to get a little bit more solid before we did that. But Kevin and I have talked about last week. We started talking about getting those conduits ran. So.
Telephones? Are they run?
I believe Jackson County has ran everything over, yes.
That part's done.
Yes. I will verify with them, but yeah, that was probably a month ago when they were still on site, because I told them where the conduit was going into the building.
I know they brought the fiber in, but I didn't know if they got it before they get to drywall
Okay,
in the office.
okay. I will verify that with Jackson County, but I believe they are complete.
Smoke alarm, fire alarm.
That would be in Kevin's contract, so
Okay.
I'll find out on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Just one comment. They're proceeding with the work at the fairgrounds for the fire marshal violations. Work is progressing very well, and no, you're not required to take bids on anything less than $75,000. Thank you. But the gentleman that's doing it has been familiar with the fairgrounds, has been in business for going on 50 years, so I think we're in good hands. Thank you.
You didn't say we was gonna have a fair, did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I just like to verify on how to get the grass mowed in the town of Hardinsburg for the public property. You told me yesterday, I just want to verify that.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so Pam, I'll get with you afterwards and we'll get it took care of.
You mean they've not been mowing the grass?
No.
I paid him to mow it one time, and that's the only time it's been mowed.
No.
I don't care if they come out there and have their bush hogged, somebody needs to give me an answer.
We'll get it took care of for you. It'll be done by the end of this week, hopefully. I got calls into a couple lawn care people to get it taken care of.
You mean it's only been mowed once?
Yes, sir. The guy, I sent up there and had to put a bid in. He come in, got the 1099 and all that filled out. He said nobody's called him. I called up here and talked to the auditor myself. She called back and said I had to call Tony. I immediately hung the phone and called him. And then last week or a week before that, I called him again.
Yeah, and I'm taking care of it.
Okay, well, let's get it mowed.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Who mowed it last year?
The guy said that he's not gonna mow it this year, so I had to send somebody else up there. Chuck Grant.
I got calls into people trying to find somebody that's willing to do it.
Mike Cooley, I believe, is the one that filled the paperwork
Yeah.
and stuff out.
Yeah, he's local, isn't he?
Yeah, he's somewhere out around Martinsburg, somewhere out south of
Okay.
the church.
Yeah, well, yeah,
He mows my yard and my.
obviously it ought to be mowed, yeah. You gonna mow it, when it's needed or every week or?
It usually needs it every week until it gets dry, and then they will not mow it.
Yeah, okay.
I will get that worked out with who we find to do it,
One
so.
person I do not
I
want to
will-
mow it.
Well,
That'll be on the law.
I got calls to a couple people and nobody's called me back yet. One actually quit mowing. I think you said another one did too, so, but
Yeah.
working on it. So last time I tried to do something with that, then I got shot down, so I just wanted to verify that that is the way we do it. That's all I got.
If you need anything else, just let us know.
All righty, I'll do so.
Get it whoever you want. Okay, I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. President, you do have, I'm sorry. You do have anything.
I'll let you all know about
Hey, I didn't realize that stuff was so antique. Yeah.
When we had our kind of trouble, because you couldn't get into this code, then you were trying to.
That's pretty serious stuff.
Well, yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Next time you do this, we'll put in there the community problem. Make sure. Well, that just guarantees you a job for the next year's work.
That wouldn't even pay the attorney.
Tomorrow,
No, that's a no-brainer there. Yeah, more than welcome. More than welcome. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, absolutely, for the funding, yeah.
Well, thank you for all your work. You are.
Thank you.
There's, I mean, in all seriousness, there is a lot. Well, you mad?
I won't show up at the vote because I wanted to vote for Henry. So I've asked for a revote. I'm not going to go that Democrat candidate and it got so bad. I even switched it. I just haven't got out there to do it.
I think the community itself will rebel more than what
I've been ready to do it.
I'll go from that position.
Yep, we're fine.
You keep saying that. Call me. I'm going to bed here in just a little.
It's federal money.
How are you today? Hey, do me a favor. Anytime you put my picture on your paper, don't put Todd's caption beside it. Everybody wants to shoot at me. They think I'm Todd.
Okay, yeah, I won't make that mistake. Did I put contact?
No, you put my picture there, but you had Todd's caption up there, and everybody's been mad at me.
Well, I apologize.
You should be. I'm trying to be your friend.
I'm trying to be friends with everybody.
I was kidding, okay?
Well, did I already, oh, there it is. Hey, I was gonna ask you to, because I'm really not sure the difference between the two different bids that we discussed. One was temporary, the other one was.
No, it's, see, it
Sign
was
paper.
four.
Yeah, I'll get him here in a minute. I gotta run down here and
Yeah,
sign.
Community Crossings is a state program. They started back about, well, almost 10 years ago now. It's a grant, so any excess funds that the state of Indiana have, they award to counties if they qualify for additional funding for roads, and then some of it is for bridges and culverts. So the name of the company was from Corey.
You got two down here.
CNR paving. Hi.
And I think you're talking to, so, can you briefly run me through just some of the differences between the two bids, other than the price?
Basically, it was the price.
That's it?
Yep, yep.
And what, I'm sure I've already got it on the recording. What was the difference in price there?
It was around $77,000.
And only 19 of that was
County money, because the community crossings grant is 75%, and then we pay 25%. County matching funds. Yeah.
I think I got it this last week.
Well-
That's went out and fed the chickens.
Anytime
So I think
it
that's
gets the
why.
state or federal government involved, it's never simple. Lots of hoops and paperwork. Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to add regarding the as a whole, or anything to throw that out? Because I really don't have.
Not really, I think it pretty well speaks for itself.
Yeah, I agree. That's mainly why we have.
Where do I sign up to get where your papers at? Where I can have it sent to me?
It's online.
Well, yeah, it's online, so we don't have.
25 years ago.
Okay.
We got 100 because we thought, yeah. Then we ended up being good at it, which was the horrible. In and of itself.
Currently,
Well, I think,
currently, we have a $290. However, we're considering.
If you want eggs,
More of a
if you want eggs in a hen
donation.
my hens lay about 30 eggs a day.